Hi everyone, this is a timeless pick a card reading based on where you are in your career or career transition. If you found this video, perhaps you want to know insights into your path, the factors influencing your work, seen or unseen, what opportunities may present themselves, how to put your best foot forward regarding the work you do, and what will unfold in the future. So you see 4 piles in front of me. I asked Spirit to please create 4 distinct situations based on what groups 1 through 4 need to hear with as much specificity as possible. Given this is reaching many people though, please just use this as a guide for yourself and always trust your intuition regarding your own personal situation. While this is a career reading, some of the spreads may show a strong influence not related to your career, and that may be intentional by Spirit. For instance, a major influence on a family change, on something that's related to personal effectiveness or healing, and I'm not setting that specific intention, but I don't know what's going to come through. It's what you need to hear. So with these 4 piles, I will read through 6 specific pillars, if you will. The recent past energy surrounding you and your work, what is influencing your path at this time, what future opportunities may be presenting themselves, including leaving a job, if that's what comes through, being your best self and walking your intended path. So I will use the life path oracles for this section, and this may be kind of an overarching influence on where you're being led and what you should consider. Then I will look at what change will result, and of course advice and timing. Timing with tarot is tricky. This, if it comes out and it's very clear, then this is something that is really meant to unfold maybe during an eclipse or something significant this year. So let's get to it. So with these 4 piles, I have 4 crystals. We have citrine, turquoise with a really unique embedded crystal quartz, bumblebee jasper, and hematite. There's no need to pause if you don't want to. To successfully choose your pile, carefully scan each of the piles. Take some time to do that. Close your eyes, and upon opening them, one will stand out. That's your choice, but you can feel free to watch others if you're drawn to do so. I have included title pages in between the clips and timestamps below. So I will pause so you can choose your pile. Okay, let's get started. Okay, pile 1, you have chosen the citrine. So I'm going to set that over here. Let's get started. Let's take a look at the recent past surrounding you and your work. This could point to something related to self-employment, corporate employment, anything you do for work. Let's take a look at the recent past. Group 1, recent past regarding career. Thank you, Spirit. Never-ending story. Okay. Wow, round and round, unfinished symphony. And the career and finances deck, recent past. Bottom of the deck, ooh, harassment. Okay, guys, sounds like you're in a bit of a tough situation. We have debt paid Play along to get along. Okay, it sounds to me like you find yourself in a really challenging loop in your work, and it feels like it's a situation that keeps repeating itself. So whatever is happening here, I feel like you're kind of treading lightly with the people around you. There may be some energies in your environment that feel like they're testing you in a way, and I think that what you need to realize is that you don't need to stay. You may have a really difficult time managing your finances right now for various reasons. But I feel like whatever this is showing you, especially with this energy of harassment, you don't need to take it. You don't need to do what you're doing and put up with what you're putting up with. If you find that the people around you, the circumstances around you keep repeating themselves, it could be that this is some sort of a lesson for you. It feels like you're trying to accomplish something, but it could be a real uphill battle with you. And I do feel like it's an influence of the people around you. When I saw this debt paid card, it feels to me like there could also be, like I said, a lesson to be learned for you. It could be some sort of a karmic situation. And that can be brought about by, the things that we need to learn, maybe standing up for ourselves, not allowing people to, beat up on us mentally. I heard pushover. So for some of you, you're learning to kind of stand your ground and put up really strong boundaries. Wow. Okay. Let's take a look at what is influencing things at this time. What is influencing your work and your path at this time? Okay, I heard one more. Or two. Okay, limitless possibility. Look at that. All right, we're going to look at those in a minute. Let's get some Lenormand. What is influencing your path at this time? Anchor. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. Jeweled web, connectivity. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. Lost in space, needing direction. And straddling worlds, wandering between realms. All right, we have the mask, the ring, the compass. Okay, well, it feels to me like this is kind of a sticky situation, and you may not understand how detrimental this could be long-term for you. You don't perhaps know the way out either. I feel like you've put up with a lot, and the weight of that is beginning to feel as though you're kind of caught in a spider web and you don't know how to get out. Now, if this is related to, money, it could be that you're waiting for the right thing to come along. And I do feel like, with this fortune's wheel, luck and right timing, there is something that is in store for you. And right now, the direction that you lack, I feel, creates confusion. You're not sure, is this for me? Sometimes, when I see the mask, I also feel like there is a really powerful energy around hidden things, the role you play, the role other people play. It could be also that you're hiding how unhappy you are. You see, with this mask, there's 3 different expressions. Happiness, disdain, I heard, wow, and also, maybe even fear of leaving. Now, with the ring, I feel that there is something of value in this for you, whether it's a lesson, whether this is possessions, having maybe earned well. It could be, sometimes the things that that glitter to us, keep us stuck to it. And that is kind of this spider web energy, this jeweled web energy that I'm connecting with. I also feel like there's an embeddedness that you need to maybe look at from another perspective. Because if this embeddedness carries with it some negative people, energies, or a stuckness that keeps you in a place of being terribly unhappy, then it's time to look elsewhere. We have lost in space, needing direction, and we have the compass. And the compass literally is about direction, having a goal, being planned and focused. Set your sights on something. For some of you with the map, it could even be geographical. Set your sight on something and don't lose sight of that goal. Okay, let's take a look at the future opportunities that are presenting themselves. What is presenting itself to group one? What is presenting itself to group one in the future? Oh, okay. I was told that's it. Perfect fit. Look at that. You have something coming up that you are meant to experience. This perfect fit energy feels to me like you have found that missing thing that you've wanted to do. For some of you, you will completely change direction. For some of you, you have had your eye on this goal and you fought really hard against a lot of opposition and negativity to get there. It's coming. It's coming. Perfect fit. Wow. Let's see what else. Future opportunity on its way to you. Group one, future opportunity on its way to you. What will present itself? Wow. Something so much better. This could be a job that you have waited a long time for, because it's going to shift you from being confused in a negative or nasty situation to something you really, really enjoy. You're going to put a lot of energy into what makes you happy. You may travel for work. You may need to move for work for some of you. Some of you enjoy having a job that takes you all over the world. It could be that this is one of those opportunities. Okay, one more. What about this new opportunity? Anything else? All tied up in reverse. You may cut loose. Yeah, walking away. You're going to leave the old job behind because you know it's not going anywhere, and you're coming to terms with something that has been really painful, and you're ready to cut free of that. I feel like they have, oh wow, okay, yeah. I'm looking at this teardrop from the crack in the void in this heart, and I heard they have sucked you dry. Like you have no more, blank to give in this situation. My gosh. So let's focus forward. Let's focus forward regarding walking your intended path and being your best self. What needs to come through for group one? Oh my gosh, I got for some of you, this is just a huge about face. Like, okay, that's it. Let's see what we have here. Caring for the elderly. Now, this is a really specific card, but it could be that you are learning from older generations. It could be that some of you are in a position where the job that brought you maybe abundance and, materially a lot of benefits, allowed you to pay down debt, allowed you to, really ramp up and earn well. You're in a different period of your life right now, and the negativity that surrounds what's going on in the workplace is it's maybe coming at a perfect time. And I know that sounds like I'm looking through rose-colored glasses, but sometimes a tower moment in our job shifts us. It could be that you have Parents who are aging and you're deciding, you know what, I'm good. I just saw 1111. I can stay home now. I can take care of my mother. I can, do something I love doing. Your greatest desire. Dream it, live it. Whatever this is for you, I feel like you are no longer entertaining situations that deplete you. You've done it too long, is what this is telling me. You're done. Motivating others. Your positivity and tenacity can invigorate others in powerful ways. Use this strength as a method to help others be their best self. Look at that. Maybe you turn your own challenge with your work into an opportunity to show others, what to do. Maybe some of you want to be a career coach. Musician, I love that. You will achieve contentedness through writing, vocalization, or performance. Music has the power to heal. Now, if this isn't necessarily related to music, then focus on the expression below. Vocalization, writing, or performance. Maybe there's something you have to share. Maybe you're helping people who are transitioning out of their careers find something better suited for them in the long run. So please use your intuition on this. Okay, wow. So let's take a look at what strengths should you lead with. Achieve personal and professional effectiveness through greater self-awareness and leading with your strengths. What is your best foot that you should put forward? What are your strengths, group 1? What are your strengths? Magnetism. Oh my gosh. If people look up to you and follow you, it is because you have a really powerful message to share. People are drawn to you. That can be positive, and you have to use that respectfully, right? Organization, you have your stuff together. Okay. Discernment. You can smell stuff a mile away. I feel like because of what you've been through, now you know. I think I'm hearing spidey senses. Oh my gosh, and I see a spider, little tiny spider. If you're seeing spiders, this reading may be for you. Your spidey senses are up about things, and you are able to sniff out the positive and challenging aspects of whatever situation you are involved in or will be. Putting plans into motion. You are not someone who sits on your laurels. I feel like, with this ability to, organize your thoughts, put things into motion, find a direction, set that direction, and move forward. Whatever this is, it's not going to hold you back for long. It's not. So let's take a look at what's going to change. What is going to change? We are going to start with the wisdom of the oracle. What will change regarding your career, group 1? What will change? Ooh, there's a group of people you no longer want to associate with. We have the tribe in reverse. You're letting some people go. This could be, for some of you, it's a small group of people. It could be an intimate group. It could be a partnership or, some sort of work situation where you work closely with a group of folks and maybe you no longer agree. You've been riding the wave, but you're ready to let them go. You're going to change up who you have in your energy. Right, all that glitters is not gold. Not for you. And you know it, deep knowing. So group 1, wow, a very powerful message about what's going to change. It's not worth it. All that glitters, right? All the material achievements don't make you happy. You're focusing on what brings you joy. And I love that. For some of you, this could mark an exit from the matrix, from a really complicated situation where you just felt like you sold out to the people you worked for. It might be a contract that, you know, you had to let play out. It's not done yet, but this is a 10 card. You're just about there. Whatever cycle has had you, I'm looking at the motion of this round spinning, like it's spiraled. It has spiraled, and it's perhaps, you know, they could throw more money at you and it would be unrecoverable. You don't want to stay. You've just been, you know, riding the wave. All right, tea leaves. What change will result in whatever decision you make about this? What change is coming your way, Group 1? Broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. All right, what do we have here for you, Group 1? I feel like it's good stuff. Work, achievement, success. We have the ant, another bug reference. Look at that, owl. Good advice from a wise person. That's interesting. We had the energy of wherever that was, caring for the elderly. There may be someone in your space who is older and wiser. Now, if you are this person, and I did pick that up, others might be able to learn from you. They may look to you for advice. Maybe that becomes, you know, kind of a career coaching opportunity. Secret admirer. Now, you may draw people out of the woodwork. I mean, people may look at what you have to share, what you have to do, and they may think, God, you know, this person really has it all together. You may not realize just how much people value what you have to bring to the table. I just heard immeasurable. Wow, guys. The moon, changes in your life. Okay, what else? What will change? This is more of an overarching life into focus. What area of your life will change as a result of this, Group 1? New beginning. That is beautiful. You have a decision to make. And I feel like with this compass, look at that, there's a straight shot between you and what you want. Don't get tangled, don't get confused by these, I don't know, entanglements, these things that look shiny and look appealing because they haven't panned out. You've been there before. Okay, let's get some advice and guidance. I'm going to pull from several decks. I'm not going to go through them individually. I'm going to get them all out and then we will talk about it. Advice and timing if appropriate for Group 1. Wow, straight up. Advice and timing. Anything else? Okay. Anything else for Group 1? And anything else? Moonology. Anything else for Group 1? All right, here we go. First up, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You've finished one part of your life and now a new and even better part is beginning. I did pick up on that. You might have achieved something materially that you have the opportunity to be debt-free and to leave a situation that has had you trapped and you're not happy, right? All that glitter's not for you. You're not happy. It's time to go. Very clear. We have summer. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. Now this card, listen intuitively, is begging you not to ignore the signs that have been kind of poking at you. If you go into work every day or go into whatever this situation is every day and you are just completely drained, you don't even want to get out of your car, you go home at night and you feel like somebody beat you up, trust that. I feel like you've ignored something that your intuition has been telling you. Wow. Okay, we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Maybe you need to connect with the divine, connect with your higher self. Maybe you've been in a very 3D situation and, your higher self is really needing to open yourself up to different people, different situations. Maybe if you explore, that kind of balance or that untapped part of what you're good at or what you might explore, you're going to find that something just, blossoms. I'm getting, with this little sprout here, I'm getting a mustard seed. It could even be an idea that you have. The energy is gaining momentum. So it's picking up speed. I feel like, I just saw 2222. Be ready for change. Group 1, be ready for change. You've got this. You are good enough. Whatever you think you can't do, throw that out the window, because that could just be negative talk from the people around you. You've got this. Okay, wow. What a powerful reading for you, Group 1. I'm going to leave it there. All the best to you. Hello, Group 2. You have chosen this gorgeous turquoise with this crystal quartz embedded in it. I don't know, maybe that's symbolic in some way. So here we go. All right, so we're going to take a look first at the recent past energy surrounding your work. Let's take a look. The recent past in your environment. This could be an attitude you have, something you heard, something you learned, recent past energy surrounding your work. And what comes through here could signify, oh yeah, this happened to me. It's intended to prove this is your reading. Recent past energy for Group 2. All right. Why at the bottom of the deck? Okay, let's keep going. We'll look at these in a minute together. Recent past energy surrounding you and your work. Wow, there's a lot of energy in these readings. Oh my gosh, you're the second one, and whew, bottom of the deck, avoid burnout. Okay, let's see what we have here. Clean it up. Co-create. Chop wood. New life. Oh, wow, that one wanted to show itself, didn't it? Something prohibited. Inauthentic. Announcement coming. Changing direction. Offer extended. Wow. All right. It feels as though you have been putting a lot of effort into something that either has needed to be course corrected in some manner. If this is around, how you approach your work, it could be the influence of someone around you. I feel like you are realizing that perhaps you keep, sweeping the floors after people who drop the ball, or there's something that just needs to be rectified. And, whatever it is, I feel like you're taking charge of something that you have in mind for yourself, because where you are no longer works. It no longer works. You're feeling as though you're, kind of marching to the beat of someone else's drum. You might even have an ethical problem with what's happening within the workplace. If you are being asked to do things like, a little lie here or a little something there, you're realizing, what? I could even get in trouble for this. I'm not going to do that anymore. The universe is telling you you've learned a lot. Now, whether this is through your actions or the environment, the people around you, or whatever has presented itself, the universe is saying, hey, take what you know, take your knowledge, owl, persevere, get through this, say what you need to say. This elk is also holding, interesting, like a duster, a broom. There's something that you have to share that I feel is going to alleviate something, maybe take the pressure off of you. You need to speak your piece. And maybe that's this. You're about to say something, and it could be very unexpected. And what you're telling people is, this doesn't work for me anymore. I don't like what I'm being asked to do. If you're worried about changing direction, maybe you have already left and you're trying to pick up the pieces of what happened in the recent past, then you may be concerned, oh my gosh, am I going to find something? Maybe you had a niche profession or some specific skill set you brought to the table, and you're like, can I do this? And Spirit is saying, co-create with the universe. There's a manifesting energy here, and I feel like you're realizing I can create my own circumstance. I don't have to live with this messy situation. Dirt. I heard dirt. Wow. So if you've been looking, something is really going to allow you to shine. This new life energy is about being reborn in some manner. And for you, regarding your work, there is an opportunity that you are perfect for. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. And I feel like on the heels, literally like in a split second, yes, I'll take the job. Yes, I'm signing my offer letter. You're like, guys, I'm out of here. You're out of here. Okay, let's take a look at what is influencing your path at this time. Let's start here. What is influencing you at this time? I'm picking up for some of you, there is an ethical situation that doesn't sit well with you. It could be in a school environment, a college environment. It doesn't have to be cooking books for some people. I feel like you have had something either cross your desk or knowledge you've come into that you feel is now perhaps going to put you in a compromising position if you stay attached to it, right? Something prohibited. I didn't mean to use that symbolism, but hey, it works. So whatever you've learned or whatever comes to light, it's like, whoa, I do not want to be a part of that. Brick wall. Let's see what else. What is it that's influencing you at this time regarding your career? Yeah, you're navigating a really challenging circumstance. I feel one more. It's in there. Okay. The clouds. Well, the clouds represent challenges, conflicts, doubts, confusion, but they're passing, right? Okay, let's see what we have here. So we have the labyrinth, and the labyrinth represents trial and error, the maze of life, strategy, direction. Okay, we have blessings. The clover represents some, perhaps luck, a hidden blessing, happiness, something that is a fortunate turn of events in this situation. Oh, wow, interesting. The book of knowledge, that's what I picked up on, and there it is. So it could be that there is something that you're learning or a secret that has been perhaps guarded, comes out. You might be looking into something, you might be digging in, maybe you are, I don't know, maybe you're in the legal group and you're having to, open up some sort of an investigation about something. That's really specific. And then we have the bear. This polar bear represents power, strength, protection, even finance. There could be something financial going on here. Now, whether this is, taking control of finances, managing money well, maybe you've had to peek in on a partner you have who's maybe, doing things they're not supposed to, and you're like, whoa, 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 we don't do this, we do this. It could be that that's coming to light. I want to get another influence. What else is going on here for group 2? Diving into a task. Boy, you are investigating something. You're investigating something. Yeah, I feel that really strongly. Okay, so group 2, let's look at what is presenting itself for you in the future, because we do have offer extended. Now, for some of you, small group perhaps, you are hiring someone who has a bit of an interesting past. Negotiating a contract for a new employee with an interesting past. That's for just a couple of you. Okay, we have deep diving into a task. What else? Okay, Angel of Strength. So for the majority of you, I feel like you're looking into something new. You don't like what you're doing. You have a lot of anxiety about it. There's stress and worry. And I feel like it's, perhaps environmental. But I feel like Spirit is saying, just, have a plan, right? Navigate this. Maybe you are looking at another partnership. If this isn't the people around you, it could be that you're saying to someone else, hey, do you want to put some work into something new? Should we work together? Should we create something new for ourselves? I think family's a consideration. Happy family. You want to maintain some stability in the home. If you have been terribly unhappy and it's been affecting your spouse, your children, anybody around you, they might see the worry in your eyes. They might know every time you come home, you're like, God. So I feel like whatever situation's occurring for you, it's weighing on you. But look at that. There's a door opening, door to value. And I feel like whatever this is, it's related to this offer. It's something bigger and better coming in for you. Now, if this is, if this is in the school system, could be. It could be that, I'm getting something interesting. You might even deal with meddling parents, children who are really challenging, and you're like, do I want to be a teacher? I just saw 1111. I think I saw it for group 1 too. What that tells me is that everybody is being invited to step into their life purpose. Yeah, for some of you, there's children, parents, there's a situation that you need, that maybe needs investigating, or you need to look into because there's a challenge there. I do personal readings. I don't look into legal situations. I have to make that very clear. But that's, again, just, a unique situation maybe for a few of you. Okay, so what do you need to know about your path? What do you need to know about your path? With this self-employment, I heard in my head, this is for the birds. So for some of you, it's an environment that no longer feels like you can impact it in a positive way. Okay, so we have pursuit of happiness. You've done the work, learned lessons, achieved a milestone or two. Now sit back and enjoy life. Self-employment, there's no more satisfying endeavor than to put love and effort into your passion and get paid for it. And this is where Spirit is saying, lean on the divine. We're your partner in this. We can help you. Now, you may find that you want to step into your spiritual mission, your life's work. Join forces with like-minded people whose mission is to support and empower other people. Life coaching. Wow, interesting. A similar but different thread came through for group 1. You're likely a highly evolved soul with understanding and wisdom that benefits those experiencing major life changes. Now, you could be helping someone through this situation. Life coaching might be, your forte. Maybe you haven't done that yet. If you are looking for work, I feel like the opportunity will open up for you. For this group, I think the underlying theme is you're stepping into something that you have control over, that is not going to be unfairly or negatively influenced or force you to compromise yourself in some way. And I feel as though you're going to go out on your own. Yeah, you're going to go out on your own. All right, let's take a look at putting your best self forward. The successful soul achieve personal and professional effectiveness through greater self-awareness and leading with your strengths. What do you bring to the table, group 2? What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Look at that. Wow. Visionary. That's gorgeous. I feel like you have something in mind for yourself. And it could be, based on experience and what you now know you don't want. But this is beautiful. Visionary. Don't lose that. Look at that. Expansive thinking. You're looking outside the box. It could be that this even takes you to foreign places. You could partner up with someone who is a life coach if this isn't the work you want to do. Strength to capitalize on. You have done so much work. You've achieved a certain something. And I feel like it's, maybe financial, but I feel like it's wisdom. I think you're wiser now. Bottom of the deck, communication. You have the ability to convey your ideas effectively, to bring people on board in a way. Maybe you're going to partner with someone and bring them on board with you, and that partnership is highlighted here. I really like that, actually. All right, let's look at the change that will result with whatever you're going through and the decision you make. I mean, we do have new life here. I think this is the dream of something new. This is someone waking up. So let's look at what change will result from whatever is happening here. What change will result? Wow. Bottom of the deck. Imagine. Look at that. Is that dreamy? This is a manifestation energy. What you think is what you create in your reality. Okay, we have orphaned. You're exiting. You're done. You're gone. Changing direction. Blessed. Yang, exchanging gifts. This is beautiful. On the one hand, I think there's an evaluation of the work you've done and what you've received for that. And sometimes it's the good and the not so good, right? But I feel like when you leave the nest, when you exit, and 5s indicate change, you are going to open up something for yourself that feels better than you could have imagined. Spirit is saying you've got to put in some work. This is not something that just falls in your lap. The door is open, right? The door to value is open, and you need to walk through it. You need to put in the work. That is also the energy of what you put in is what you get back. So it's a really strong message about making your reality happen. Okay, or making your future a reality, whatever you're dreaming. So let's take a look at a few other decks, and I'm just going to shuffle these, and then we'll get a cohesive message when I read through them. This is some advice regarding the change that's coming. Wow. We have the answer is no and destiny. So what you are involved in or were doing was not meant for you. And I feel like this is about embracing what's next. So let's take a little look into the tea leaves at the changes that will result from this. Okay. Doing something risky, taking a chance. This could be a leap of faith, and it might really pay off. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Temporary problems. I'm not reading these in any particular order. We have strong emotion, passionate love or hate. This could be a love-hate relationship with the work you do. It could be something related to a person. We have romances in the air. Happy family. Could be that you're building a life with someone. We have opportunity or windfall. Dealings or relationship with a woman. Good or bad. You know, you can apply these in whatever way you need to. Compliments from an admirer. Group 1 had secret admirer. That's interesting. I feel like this could be something about love. It could be for some of you, you may leave a situation, and when you open yourself up to this new opportunity, it actually segues into, you know, like a life partnership or something very powerful regarding romantic connections. Okay, so let's get some answers for you. Answers, guidance, timing. What do you have? Advice for Group 2. Bottom of the deck, summer, but we did have a timing card come out. We have winter. Your wish is granted. Business venture. Trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. I look at these little gnomes just, you know, happy and dancing. They're working together harmoniously. Look at the coins. I feel like there's whatever you're planning for yourself, I feel like it's going to pay off nicely. Let's get some other advice for you regarding what you are planning. A new start is coming. Beautiful. Yeah, new life. I love that. We have surrender to the divine. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Wow. Wow. Whatever this is, whatever has become contentious, whatever, you know, immoral, unethical, or challenging situation you find yourself in, you're really being guided. You know, it's not meant for you. It's the end of a difficult situation. The clouds will part. It's just temporary. So don't be worried about, you know, being stuck in a situation. It's going to be okay. For some of you, if this happened to be a legal situation, and again, I don't read about legal situations, it's going to be okay. Everything is going to clear up. Okay, let's take a look at what area of life, I should have done this a little earlier, but that's okay. What area of life will this influence most significantly for you, Group 2? Writing. Look at that. What else? Written communication is important. You may be, you know, writing a thesis, writing a book. Wow, that's it. Bottom of the deck, caution. Take that as it resonates. All right, wow. So, Group 2, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was helpful. Whatever new endeavor is opening up for you, it looks good. It looks good. Your situation is going to clear up. Timing, winter. Northern hemisphere, that's right now. I feel like whatever change you're manifesting is just around the corner. Hang in there. Okay, group 2, all the best to you. Hello, group 3. You have chosen the bumblebee jasper. Very unique. Lots of layers, vivid colors. To me, it represents time. All right, let's take a look at where we go with this. Group 3. All right, we will begin by looking at the recent past energy surrounding your work. Let's take a look. This will help you confirm if this is your reading. Let's look at the recent past. What is the energy from the recent past surrounding you and your work? Group 3, the recent past. Wow, that was a lot. Fork in the road. A big decision to make. All right, now let's take a look at the Shining a Light on Your Career and Finances deck, and we'll get some more energy and assess where you are right now. What else, Spirit? Recent past energy for group 3 surrounding them and their work. Recent past energy. Ooh, accusations at the bottom of the deck. Group 2 had that card, just saying. If you were on the fence about group 2 or 3, maybe that's worth a look. Okay, we have Unfinished Symphony, Mending, Observer, Happy Happy, that doesn't want to stay in my hands, To Be Fair. Okay, then we have Training, Public Speaking, Major Shakeup, Negative People, Receiving a Pay Increase. Kind of a mixed bag of energy for you, group 3, but what I'm seeing is that you've had a situation that was perhaps requiring some intervention of some sort. I feel as though maybe you've had to be either an intermediary or some kind of negotiation was needed to iron something out. I do feel, now some of you might literally be trainers or in the public eye in some way. I feel like the role that you play in your organization, it feels significant to me in some way. And it doesn't mean your hierarchy or title or anything like that, but there's something that you, I almost get the energy around you, group 3, that you somehow are more of a, I don't know, like wise counsel in some way to the people around you. And I feel like you are an astute observer of what's going on around you, and you may not like what you see. I feel as though whatever you have observed about what's going on around you, I don't think you felt that it worked out in your favor. I think the major shakeup could have been a tower moment where maybe you spoke your mind. I'm almost, for some reason, they keep showing these cards together. It could be that the role you played was one where you were somehow instrumental in helping people learn in the organization. It could be that you were sort of the nucleus that held a really negative environment or negative team together. You might have been very vocal in what was happening, and you might have even had to pull away because it got to be too much for you. Whatever is happening here, because they wanted me to associate these together, you might be training for something new. You might be, there might be a learning curve, but I feel like you're going to put your energy into something you feel will pay off, whatever that is for you. Maybe you continue with sort of an instructional kind of a role, leading other people, as we see here. This could be, training, learning and development. This could be a corporate or college environment. And I feel that is what you realize, oh my gosh, that's what makes me happy. That's what brings balance into my life. I'm getting, okay, this is really obscure, but I'm getting, for some of you, you have stepped into perhaps a spiritual vocation, and it is something that allows you to help other people in a way, mending other people, helping people understand their path and the lessons they've learned along the way. You're teaching people to look at things from a higher perspective. Now that's interesting, but that is for a small group of you. Okay, so let's take a look at what is influencing your career path at this time, group 3. What is influencing your path at this time? What is influencing your path at this time? Bottom of the deck, we have the Anchor. Okay, let's take a look at the Lenormand cards. So we have the Clock, card number 37, and the clock is about time. Really now? Okay, perspective. Savor the moments. This is about living in the moment. This could be about planning for the future, something that you're doing to prepare long term. That's so interesting that I got that. Okay, we have the Well. Wishes. This is tapping into your resources. It could be financial, intellectual. There could be some creativity. You're kind of, tapping into something that will create this beautiful plan that unfolds. I do feel a creativity energy with this, and even healing. I'm getting something about water. So, literally mending came out. Okay, we have the Woman. So a female could be significant if this is not you. It could be that you are doing what you love. When I see the man or woman in the Lenormand deck show up, it feels to me like you, maybe not what's going on around you, but you are significant. There's something about the self happening here. This could be an unfolding of something really beautiful for you. Maybe for some of you, whatever you train to do from here on out, you get recognized very publicly. I know that this was past energy, but hey, it happens. So we have the Fox. And, this can be a sneaky kind of energy. It can be a red flag. It can be, that there is some sneaky or manipulative energy happening. It could be that you're just finding this is something happening around you, so you need to tread a little bit carefully with whatever's happening. The Fox in the Hen House. I don't know what this is, but it could be the very thing that's kind of driving change, right? 1 and 4 is 5. 5s are changes, challenges. Okay, what else? What is influencing you and your career at this time? I love it. We have Hearing from an Old Boss and The World is Your Oyster. Something is opening up for you. Your boss could be an influential female in your life. I'm also getting, with this Fox, I was kind of getting a shrewd energy. You might have a boss who's, very business savvy or shrewd. Something is opening up for you, and whatever you hear, I feel is going to open up possibilities for your future that maybe you either had been planning for or maybe were forced to plan for based on what you observed around you and what you decided to do. I just saw 910. There's a significance with that number. And let me just say that when I see it, there's big change coming. I'm not getting out the tarot for the other groups. I'm being guided to look at the tarot. Okay, I will do that. There is something that you need to be aware of. There's one card hanging out. There we go. What was it, by the way? Oh, I love it, the sun. So for you, group 3, there is something about the opportunity awaiting you or a situation that is about to unveil itself that's going to come from the tarot. So what is that? So we're segueing into the future. Future opportunity, future events. What is happening for group 3? Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands, a brand new opportunity, a creative endeavor, something, I was getting that, something that presents itself for you that I feel shifts you in positive ways. You need to be perhaps very deliberate and careful about your next action. You know, I don't know, for some of you, is this having to do with, I just heard clients, okay? There could be something you need to navigate carefully, especially if you take clients from a company. You know, be careful, be careful. Okay, we have the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so it could be that you reunite with someone you were connected to. I was getting that, you know, that energy, maybe a boss energy. It could also be that you are joining forces with other people. There is cause for celebration happening here. Long-term happiness is either on your mind, or you could be doing something that changes the dynamic of your family in some way, in a really happy way. And that's either going to require that you release maybe, you know, this. Beneath that, look at that, we have the snake, the anchor and the snake. Yeah, it could be anything. To me, that's kind of devil energy. It's what keeps you stuck. It is people you can't trust, negative people. You're going to have to leave something behind. If this is a loss of money or something like that, money's going to look better. Something's going to open up for you that is going to look a lot better. It could even be that there's something that gets, I'm hearing, shut out with this 5 of Pentacles energy. And if this is just, you know, kind of closing the book, closing the door on something so you can, you know, open a new business or take a new job or branch out on your own. Maybe, you know, literally this could be an international energy. The world is your oyster. There's a pearl there for you. I feel like wisdom is also needed. You understand something at a deeper level because you've been observant. Maybe you were someone who didn't get in the crossfire. You hung in the background and you just watched. For some of you, if this is influencing something on a very personal level for you, there could be a family situation that also has required some sort of, you know, mediation, or has suffered some kind of loss financially. Okay, so let's just put these over here and let's keep going. Future opportunities. What is opening up for you? I'm having the hardest time picking up these decks. I'm going to pull from a few decks. Future opportunities. Future opportunities. What opportunities for group 3 will present themselves career-wise? Okay, conflict at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we have stuck energy, teacher, a consciousness of lack. All right, with the 5 of Pentacles, there is some sort of perception of financial loss, or perhaps there is. Now, for some of you, it could be that there is a personal situation that is also influencing your work. Maybe you have been, kind of stuck in a karmic loop, right? Unfinished symphony, mending. And to let something go means you're kind of starting over. You might have to go to the well, so to speak, if I can use that idiom. It feels to me like you're having to tap into something because you've had to give something up, and you might not be sure how to traverse that situation. It could be that, I did say something about university. For some of you, we have teacher, we have training. It doesn't have to be. This can be someone who's shown you a lot. You might have a shrewd, business person or partner, new partner or advisor perhaps, in the form of an old boss who might help you transition in some way. I feel like you are unlocking something for yourself. I do. And I feel like, this was perhaps a small theme for group one. A consciousness of lack is when we realize that what we've attained just isn't all that. If what this is around is, I'm lacking happiness in the work I do, something is going to change. You're going to learn a new skill, launch a creative idea that's going to allow you to step into that energy of happiness and fulfillment. And I feel like the leaving something behind is both pending, and the loss felt by that is temporary. I mean, we have the 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups, my goodness. So let's keep going. Future opportunity, what is presenting itself? Okay, they're telling me to deliberately read this in reverse. The garden and the gate symbolizes someone who has the key, but they refuse to step out of their comfort zone. You're going for it. I mean, to me, this is a caution to the wind energy. You're throwing caution to the wind. Look at that. When I split the tarot, what did I see? The sun. And here it is. There is a new opportunity that if you just take that chance is waiting for you. How beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we have man holding a heart. This could be someone who is loving. This could be a spouse who's very supportive and loving and compassionate. It could be a boss. Oh, that's beautiful. Symbiotic energy between you and the people you work with or connect with. If that's at home, wow, 10 of Cups, nice energy. So let's take a look at your path. This is the segment where we talk about being your best self, putting your best foot forward, walking your intended path. So what does Spirit have in store for you? I'm just going to kind of scoot these up. What does Spirit want you to know about your path? Group 3. Wow. Gosh, guys. Okay, massage therapy. Maybe you need to disconnect, have a spa day, just feel better. Interesting. For some of you, this could be something that you explore that's very different from what you do now. Okay, let's see what we have. Specialty shop. You have a unique idea, capable of fulfilling a need. Explore and market that idea. Self-employment. I love this. So if if you find that whatever environment you've been in is just not doing it for you, then perhaps you're like, I'm going to do something else. It's so interesting. I think early in this spread, I said something about, healing other people. We have light worker. Your experiences and growth have prepared you to light the way for others who look to you for solace and healing, potentially. We have publishing. Authors have one thing in common. They have a story to tell and an audience hungry for their unique perspective. Now, whether this is, the written word or something that you speak about or share very publicly to the world, it's beautiful. I feel like whatever this is for some of you, you have felt so stagnant. And this leap of faith is imminent. It's going to propel you into something really beautiful. Student of life. Never stop learning about people, places, and things that spark your interest and quench your soul. I feel like there's a pioneering energy with this. There is something you are doing that I feel is going to pay off in dividends. Something much better for you, both mentally, maybe emotionally, and maybe even financially. It's almost like, you know, the door is ajar a little bit, and you're like, wait a minute, I see this star, I see this glimmer of hope. Some of you, people will look up to you, they will see you as a beacon of light. I mean, we have light worker here. Wow. And this just could require a bit of a leap of faith. What are your strengths? Achieve personal and professional effectiveness through greater self-awareness and leading with your strengths. This is about being the best you can be. So what do you bring to your future, Group 3? Wow. I love it. Leadership. You are a take charge individual who's not messing around. You are looked to as someone who not only starts things, but you can help bring other people along. I do feel like with this mending observer, you are an astute observer of the people around you. You know what they need instinctively. I'm getting, okay, I'm hearing cardinal. It could be that I'm connecting with cardinal signs. Oh gosh, Libra, Aries. Oh shoot, I don't know them off the top of my head. Managing finances, you're good with money. You're good with money. You don't have to worry about money if you manage it well, right? Maybe what you do is if you are planning perhaps, you know, extricating yourself from something where you feel really stuck, right? Again, I'm looking at time. Save your money and ration, you know, only necessary expenditures until you get yourself established. You do remember this new idea. This, I love it. 8 of Cups, Queen of Wands. I'm out of here. I'm going to do my own thing. Strong community. Yes. People look up to you. People look up to you. The people around you feel that about you. It's crazy how this is coming out. Anything else for Group 3? Embrace your passions. Seriously, embrace your passions. That's totally coming out there. What do you love? What do you love? Do that. Do that. And I mean, honestly, I'm getting, it could shock the heck out of people. You might, again, I'm kind of getting that whoever I'm connecting to, you are sort of a pillar with the people around you. You pick up their pieces, you have great ideas, you know how to execute. You can start, but you can also, like, you know, seal a deal. There's something really powerful about you that maybe was taken for granted. And you're thinking to yourself, well, if I don't get rewarded financially or at least verbally from the people around me, if I'm just dealing with a bunch of negative Nellies or naysayers, I'm going to do something else. And I feel like whatever you pick up, whether it's like a real job for which you have proper training, I'm laughing because I came from corporate. There is no such thing in most organizations anyway. Whatever you learn, you will become good at it because it's what you love. And I feel like at the end of the day, you will find that balance in whatever this situation is. This is really powerful, actually. I'm feeling it. So, what change is going to result for you? What change will happen in your life as a result of this? Okay, we have exchanging gifts. That's a common card where we have someone evaluating what I do and what I get paid to do. the energy that comes back to me. It feels also, because I'm looking at exchanging gifts, there is some service, there is something that you provide others that helps them in a really big way. And equally, it is rewarding for you. You're getting paid to do what you love. This is big, and you might be abundant as a result. Take action. You know, these cards are coming out, repeatedly across the groups, and this is just taking charge. This is masculine energy. You may have needed to step into this. Okay, I got to get resourceful. I have to change my circumstance because I'm not happy with it. Whatever I am fired up about, it's all up to me. I mean, I'm getting fiery energy. What else? Taking charge of your life, taking charge. It's such a strong leadership energy. Thinker. Don't overthink it. It's funny, I'm feeling like Libra energy, and Libras are accused of not being able to make a choice. That's not really it. The definition really, and I'm a Libra, I'm going to say this, is that we see benefits in a lot of things, and there is the ability to discern between this and that. So you could be deliberating something. I do want to find out what you're deliberating over. Thinker. To the sea. Where is this going to lead? It's okay to kind of question a path. If you need a business plan, make it. If you need to reach out to other people and, strengthen, a community or something like that, learn something. Maybe this is about a new craft that you're training yourself to, become really good at. Deliberate where this is going. Do that. I feel like there can be a tendency to overthink, so just be careful of that. And let's keep going. How will your life be impacted? Life into focus. How will your life be impacted, group 3? Receiving a gift. Look at that, bottom of the deck, urgency, time. Time is maybe of the essence. We have exchanging gifts, receiving a gift. Why do I feel like healing others or being an important part of others' lives, past or present or future, to you is what's gratifying? Maybe you've learned that. What else? This is also doing something that brings your life into balance, looking after yourself and your well-being. Yeah, your work is changing. We have writing at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's get out the tea leaves. These are areas of life that will also be in focus, just a little different perspective regarding your work, group 3, future energies. I love this. You will be shown the way. You may be showing others the way. Again, a strong leadership energy. Group 3. I think I have a flipper. I thought I had a flipper. Oops. Nope, maybe not. Okay, it'll come out if it wants to. Let's keep going, group 3. What else? Woo! Okay, we have, a two-faced friend. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. There's that negative people energy coming through. You might have to be observant of others if that's what's happening here. If you had, coworkers or a boss or something that were really challenging and you don't know how to navigate that carefully and with professionalism. If you're dealing with somebody who's a little bit venomous or arrogant or prideful or something, and they're working against you, I'm sorry that this energy is presenting itself, but just, be careful of them. It's just a caution. Harp, great happiness. Yep. What else? Group 3, what else? I love this. Look at that. If you made it this far, this reads you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Trust your intuition. Opportunities are waiting for you and work achievement success. That is beautiful. Look at this. The well, which we had right here. Wishes come true. All right, let's finish up group 3 with advice, guidance, and timing. Okay, we're going to get a couple Moonology cards, angel answer and fairy messages, and another little bit of advice from the divine. Bottom of the deck, nothing is yet set in stone. So what you do with this is your choice. Okay, I'm going to read these in a minute. Advice and timing for group 3. Everything's okay. That's encouraging. Okay. Okay, we'll look at those in a second. And what does Spirit want you to know about this energy and changes in your work? Okay, here we go. First, the Moonology cards. Confidence is your key to success. Emotions are running high. This could be related to helping other people in emotionally charged situations. It could just be that, again, with this this rooster and cat energy, just be careful about the people around you. They may be triggering or being triggered rather. Okay, we have do some research. You need more information about this situation. Look into it further before proceeding. And I think that is this energy of learning something new. You might be preparing yourself by getting an education, right? Student of life. And business venture. Trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. Yeah, it's presenting itself to you, group 3. What are you passionate about? And it's going to pay off. Receiving a pay increase. Yeah. Reap the rewards. This is so nice. I feel like I'm tapping into a group of people who have put their heart and soul into something and really you felt like either a doormat or unrecognized. And I feel like your story is just beginning. It's just beginning. There is a conclusion of something, but something else is opening up for you, and it's going to be really beautiful. All right, group 3, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you all the best. Take care. Hello, group 4. You have chosen this brilliant hematite. And although I'm not a student of crystals, I will say that one time I was giving a speech to a lot of people and I put this in my pocket. So there must be something about overcoming fear with this. Okay, so group 4, let's take a look at your career. We're going to get some confirmation for you. If you find this is the recent past in your work, that this reading is for you. So let's take a look at the recent past energies surrounding you and your work. What do you have for group 4, Spirit? What do you have for group 4? Recent past. Mending at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And let's see what else. Recent past for group 4, please. What do you have for group 4? Regarding career, the recent past, please. Okay, this one feels really unique. The energy I'm sensing feels unique. Okay, we have law at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Chop wood, poised. exchanging gifts, the fates, truth be told, okay? International opportunity, generational differences, golden handcuffs, payout, wow, money-making venture, well-respected, leap of faith. Wow, group 4. Oh my gosh. I just heard nothing ventured, nothing gained. It feels to me like you have been in a position where you've worked really hard on something, and I'm feeling like this is something that is really fated for you. It's on your path. Whatever the situation, because this is recent past, I feel like there is something that you are about to reveal that could be really big. It feels to me like you will be connecting with people of all generations, all walks of life. If you're doing that now, maybe you are wanting to kind of pare down into something that is really more beneficial for you in the long run. I mean, I'm looking at this financial growth. Whatever this money-making venture is, maybe you have dissolved a partnership. Maybe you worked really hard on something and you've even done really well, but you're asking someone to buy you out. You feel chained to this in some way, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Golden handcuffs is when the money is so good we don't want to walk away from it. But I feel like you will. I feel like you will. And it could be that what you're doing is it's going to shed new light on the work you do, maybe in a good way. I'm getting, this truth be told energy is some sort of validation, revelation. If this is something that just came to you and now you are telling others, listen, I thank you for all of this. Maybe, I've traveled the world, I've done all of these great things, and I've met all kinds of people along the way. But I'm really ready to kind of close out this phase of my life. Whatever you have come to realize, it's big. It's big for you. I feel like it does require some massive shift for you in some way. And I do feel like maybe you take the money from whatever you've been involved in and you invest it in something else. You're preparing to do that. This feels like, I don't know. I don't think I'm connecting with anyone who's risk averse. I think the group of people in group 4 are like, show me, man. Like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. I'm getting that kind of enthusiasm. Yes, just tell me where to go. Tell me what to do. Part of this is there's some hard work involved in it. There could be, I just saw 444. There could be a shift in your home or your foundation. It could even be that you have to move countries, continents. This could be kind of big. And I'm not picking up on anyone who is really good doing, a mundane repeat kind of day and they just want to leave work at work and go home. No. This is you are someone who is ready to, I don't know, like you're ready to paint it across the sky. You're ready to shout it to others. Yep, I'm in. Just tell me what to do. Okay, wow, a lot of history with you. Okay, so let's take a look at what is influencing what's going on with you regarding your work. What is the influence on your work, group 4? Group 3 had this, the woman. Okay, let's keep going. Ooh, wow. Okay, we have the Tree of Life at the bottom of the deck, which is about growth, mind, body, soul. It's a very spiritual energy. Okay, so we have the woman. We have the polar bear. We have the snake in reverse, and we have the tower, but it's a different tower. In the Lenormand, it's different. So let me go through this. So you are either coming through as a very significant energy, or interestingly, with the woman and the polar bear, I'm getting, maybe like a very protective energy, like, kind of mama bear. It could be a mother significantly. It could just be that you are mustering up all the strength you have. I mean, if you think about the polar bear and its survival instincts, this is really about looking after you. Now, we have the snake, and in reverse, it's a good thing. That can be an energy of someone who has, betrayed you. Maybe you feel like you're betraying, a partner. There's something that is, an uncomfortable energy. I don't even like looking at this, but it feels to me like whatever, deception has been happening, it could be that, you've held something back. Someone's withheld something from you. Maybe you are protecting your finances against people who, I don't know, is this someone with their hand out? I don't know. So for some of you, that may resonate. And then we have the tower, and the tower is about organizations, corporations, structure, right? If you look at the building, it's really about structure. This can be, your ambitions. Maybe you want to reach an ivory tower. There's something big, and any restriction that gets in your way, I feel like you're going to just bulldoze it down. That's fascinating. Okay, I want to take a look at this deck. What else is influencing you? What is influencing your path? What else? Okay, we have jeweled web, connectivity. I don't think you want to be connected to or tied to anything that has you stuck. Now, this can be opportunities that are somehow related. I am getting a little bit of that energy, but I am getting something about, perhaps you want to remove yourself from anything that could be an obstacle or something that is somehow veiled, hidden. I don't know what I'm getting with that. Maybe that more will come out. We have eyes of the eagle, rising above the fray. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Boy, do I feel that energy. Birds may be significant for you. You may see crows, ravens. I feel like there's a wisdom that comes with this energy. And look at that, overwhelm and plenty. Is it worth selling out to be, I don't know, like for some of you, I feel like you're highly successful, but you feel like you've had to deal with, I don't know, the devil to get where you are. And you're like, do I really want to do that? I do feel like for some of you, you've had, challenging partners, or there was something maybe about the direction a business took that you didn't agree with. You didn't like it. What's influencing you? A structure. Maybe you don't want structure. Maybe you want to grow your own money, and clients will follow you wherever you go. And so maybe you're like, you know what? Buy me out, partners. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I want to do my own thing. Okay, future opportunity. What awaits you, Group 4? What awaits you? I feel like it's kind of big. I'm seriously picturing a tower, the tarot tower. What awaits you? Something big. Okay, big achievement. Woohoo! Look at that. You're going for it. Success awaits. Okay, what awaits? You're changing direction. You may look for other opportunities. You might be hunting for jobs. You may sign a contract that is perhaps short term while you figure out what to do for yourself. It could also be that as a contractor, there is an institution hiring you internationally. You may cross borders, okay? Investment opportunity. You're going to grow your money in a big way. I was kind of getting that with this card. There's a return on your investment that I feel maybe you don't realize yet, or you don't know how you will attain that, but you're going to sit back on your coins and you're going to just let this happen. I mean, I'm seeing a little kid at a lemonade stand, future entrepreneur, like 10 cents at a time, one glass of lemonade at a time. You might have tirelessly put yourself into something, and whether it's an idea or something that I feel you brought expertise to a situation, and you're like, you know what? I don't need to be connected to these people to do well. I'm having to give out too much to a partnership or a company. Maybe I'm going to do something on my own. And if I'm on my own, I can do better. So maybe the opportunities you're seeking are clients, people who respect you. Your networking. Networking is important here. That's what I'm being shown. Nice. Rewards and recognition. Look at that. You're going to do great. You're going to do great. And however you claim a reward, whatever you think is, a gift for the work you do, I feel like it will come to you. And this could be financial, for some of you. It could be that you want to do the right thing for others. All right. So what else do you need to know about this future opportunity, which could branch into other areas of life? What do you need to know about future opportunities? Group 4. Planning and action. And I am seeing a geographical reference with this, this rendering of a map crossing the pond. For some of you, you literally may be deciding to move countries, continents. Okay. Spirit said shuffle these up and then we'll tell the story. Okay, future opportunity. What else does group 4 need to see? What else for group 4? Wow. Bottom of the deck, goddess of the moon. Now, there could be someone you're connected to, someone, maybe you're moving to be with someone romantically. It doesn't have to be that, but okay, let's see what we have. Yes, you are. Caring connections. Angel of love. We have the sun and we have all tied up in reverse from this deck. Wow. Deserving. Professional assistance, happy success. You are connecting with someone, it could be a recruiter, it could be a company that maybe has an international recruiting, arm, talent management, HR, whatever you want to call it. They're like, you know what, this person has what we desire. So I feel like this is that networking. You might need to seek the advice or counsel of someone who can kind of help you. Don't be afraid to sing your praises, by the way. I mean, if you have done something really significant in your career or to prepare you for this maybe big move you're making, someone may find you super worthy of what they have to offer. There is a new beginning, and it could be that this new beginning leads to something really beautiful in another area of your life. Just saying. So you're breaking free of something. These golden handcuffs, you found the key. You're going to break away. All right. So now let's look at what is on your path. This is about being your best self, putting your best foot forward, and walking your intended path. So what is on your life path, group 4? I feel like this is the group that's probably going to go through the biggest like life change as a result of this, but it just feels that way. I am getting a strong international energy of, relocation or something like that. What is part of your path, group 4? Okay, I'm going to put these back. There's no sense in taking 12. Is there something over there? Okay, nope, nothing landed. All right, let's keep going. If it wants to come out, it will. All right, we have, this one's for you, blank card. I feel like you're writing a check. You're writing yourself a check. I feel like whatever you're doing, you could be someone who's in the public eye. Maybe you have a high profile job in some way. Use your power and influence for good and set a positive example for those who look to you for direction. I think you have something good to share. Maybe what you have found yourself evaluating and the reason that you're seeking a new opportunity is, gosh, I was involved with people who were like sharks or snakes. You've learned a lot from that. Part of your life path is to experience things that seem unfair or difficult, but that are meant to evolve your soul. So this could have been, some sort of a big lesson for you in some way. And maybe this is just believe in yourself. You have something that is beautiful. You're going to do well with it. And, with this unforeseen delay, you might have been just putting the stop on something. No, not now. No, I don't want to do that. All tied up in reverse. You're going to do it. So, social networking, look at that jeweled web. You have the capacity to influence others in a positive direction. Your perspective is well received. You should capitalize on this talent. Reaching out to other people, I feel, is going to be the key to what you do next. And if this is about an idea that is a budding investment opportunity or plan for you, then who you connect with is going to be key. And maybe this is also about discernment about the people around you. Look at that. This feels like it was, maybe random, but maybe not for somebody. Follow your calling to offer love and a safe haven for children whose circumstances have left them without a place to call home. Now, for some of you, and I mean a small percentage of you, you are doing something charitably, socially, that is going to benefit others because you've achieved that for yourself. And now this is about being a loving, caring symbol in your community for others. That's beautiful. That's really nice. It's a deeper meaning to your life. Yeah, I just heard you are a person of influence who can really make a difference. That is really beautiful. Okay, let's see about your strengths. What is it you bring to the table and you should capitalize on? Achieve personal and professional effectiveness through greater self-awareness and leading with your strengths. What is it you bring to the table, group 4? What is it you bring to the table? Bottom of the deck, hardworking. Yeah. You don't go home at 4:59 and a half. You're probably someone who's put a boat ton of effort into everything you do. And, if this is about channeling that kind of effort, energy, and passion into something for you and others that will be more rewarding or pay off in a big way. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, a lot came out. Let's see what we've got for you, group 4. Okay. First card, organization. You have the ability to put a plan together. Organization could be people, management. It could be, self-mastery or being very, Virgo-like. Oh, Virgos. Virgos are so astute at, details and organization and methodology. So there's something you bring to the table that I feel is, kind of good criteria for building a solid plan. I love this. You want better for yourself and those around you, raising the bar. You are a good example. I mean, it came through earlier, here it is again. You don't settle for mediocrity. People call on you because they want the best. And you've probably proven that what you do is capable of that. And maybe now it's about, well, I want to give back to other people now. I want to take this jewel I have in my pocket, be it wisdom, money, whatever it is. And you're going to do something good. And I'm hearing pay it forward even. Wow, guys. Confidence. You don't compare yourself to other people. You hold yourself in high regard. And it's not because you're arrogant, it's because you've earned it. You confidently move into situations, and if people oppose you, I think you'll hear them out, but you may also say, okay, well, thank you for that, and I'm going to proceed, and you can't be talked out of what is a strong conviction for you. I'm also getting that. Yep, tenacity. You don't give up. You don't give up. You know what? If I was opening a company, I would hire you. I mean, this is a beautiful energy. You don't settle for less. Again, I'm hearing no mediocrity. Independence. I think I'm almost getting that this independence is a double-edged sword. You might have found that you were a bit of a lone wolf. Maybe you felt like people could not keep up with you. You kept a pace that helped, with the wheels, moving forward, and you were driving an organization in some way. And that's a good thing. I also feel like maybe other people didn't measure up. Maybe you felt singled out. You were on an island. If this independence is allowing you to break away and have the confidence and tenacity to do something that gives you autonomy, yeah. They're guiding me to pull something around. Okay, I heard where you will shine. Interesting. Okay, Spirit, what is that? Where will group 4 shine? All right. Ask your peers for assistance. I'm going to read these intuitively, guys. That you can't do something all on your own. So networking is important. The people around you who respect you are important. If this is, if this, life preserver is, call a friend, phone a friend, right? I don't know if this is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Is that what show I'm thinking of? You have the power of connections. And it feels to me like where you have reached a limit or where you need some help. You may be good at bringing people together for the common good, and you have people who will support you. Again, this is where will you shine? Wow. Careful, cautious energy. You know what not to do. I actually looked only at the bricks when this card fell. Brick wall. You could be building a masterpiece. You could also be blocking out something that was not going to come to fruition. And nobody's going to stop you. That's that tenacity energy. I feel like you are freaking powerhouses, group 4. Oh my gosh. Okay, beautiful energy. So what is going to change in your life? And this is in general as a result of what you're doing. What's going to change? Deep knowing. I feel like you're trusting your intuition about a certain situation. You're coming away with wisdom that nobody can take from you, whether this is, empirical knowledge or this is just, a strong intuitive sense. Mending. For some of you, something's been disappointed and you're healing from that. It could be that, you're mending people, mending relationships. Go into healing work. Milk and honey. Good golly, that's a beautiful card. That is elephant in a bowl of milk happy. Like, I couldn't ask for anything more. This is the pot of gold at the end of your rainbow, group 4. TikTok, go the distance. Another distance energy. For those of you who resonate that there could be an international move, it could come sooner than you think. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at the tea leaves. What changes will result from what you are doing, pardon me, or considering? What changes will result for you, group 4? Ooh, wow. Someone working behind your back. Well, they're not going to get very far. We have younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. It doesn't have to be the rat. Don't associate them if that doesn't make sense. Family sorrow. If this is about healing other people, you could, again, I'm getting like that charity energy. That may only apply to a few of you. Changes in your life. The moon. Stork. News of a birth or new business opportunity. And interestingly, we have the month of November. Whether you're dealing with a Scorpio or, I don't know, perhaps last November was significant. I'm publishing this in February 2023. Could be. It could be that in the fall things come to fruition. Let's see what else. Okay, we have 3 more. Bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. So this could be some significant information coming from maybe a recruiter, an employer, someone at an institution who's saying, you got the job. Okay, we have spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. There is something about you, group 4, that I feel you're leading the way in some respect. You are not going to allow anything to erode what you've worked hard for. And if they try, you're done. You're going to take something on your own. We have one on the floor, and I'm being told there's one more. Ooh, someone's behaving stupidly. We have a turkey. Okay. Ooh, Thanksgiving. U.S. Thanksgiving, that is. Canada, we know that you celebrate in October. Anything else? Well, family wishes come true. So it could be that there is something about the people around you. Maybe, family has needed some help. Again, if this is charitable, it could be that there's something you do charitably that is just so beautiful because you see people who are maybe underprivileged and need your help. This could go in a lot of directions, but it's really amazing. Okay, wow. All right, let's finish up with advice, guidance, timing. First, some Moonology cards for you, group 4. Look at that. There's the charity reference. A time to give rather than take. That's beautiful. Bring love into the situation. Bottom of the deck, meditate and contemplate. Okay, let's see what is Spirit's advice about this career move. What is Spirit's advice about this career move? Nurture yourself. That's an autonomous energy. You are on the right path. Bottom of the deck, good decision. Well, real bottom of the deck, defend yourself. Okay, well, some of you have to stand your ground in a particular for a particular, cause or with a particular decision. If you have people around you who are opposing you in some way, I feel like this is about, you're not asking, you're telling, right? You're telling. Okay. Anything else about what's changing and where you should focus? Home. Home is significant. It could be a move. And when? When will these things play out for group 4? Oh my God, this is great. In the near future. Okay, we have your desire is within reach. So we have a yes answer. New career. Your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. Then we have goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. This feels like big stuff. This feels like a massive change, not only career-wise, but, if there is some sort of geographical reference, right, with this, you're on the right path. International opportunity. New home, right? This could be big. Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So spring came out for you. That is significant. All right. Wow. Group 4. This was a fun one. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. For those of you who need to network, or who are good at networking and need to continue doing that, you're going to have the right people around you to support you and help you. So all the best. This is beautiful. For those of you embarking on something charitable and different because you have the money and the blessings to help others, God bless you. All right, group 4, take care.